through, fumbling through, fumbling through, fumbling through, fumbling through. Pull up a chair to the table of imagination and welcome to Fumble Through. A podcast whose aim is worse than that of a blind stormtrooper. It's episode 45 here in the Fumble Factory, and the boards have been aflame with questions about leveling up. Even you guys have been pestering me over and over, so I've done some maths and I've added some XP up, and I've even sprinkled a little bit of extra sauce over the top because, you know, all those times you didn't actually murder hobo your way through things and you did a bit of role playing. And guess what? Not today, people. Not today. And speaking of people who constantly disappoint.
So I'm going to use today's social media, not to plug the social media because you already know it, but we are doing Movember. Some of us are doing Movember. Some of us are doing Movember for those who don't want to shave their mustache. So go to our socials and give us a donation or join our team and help raise money.
Sorry, what's Movember?
Movember is if you can't grow a mustache or don't want to grow a mustache.
Mustache.
You fuck a cow.
You can do like, you can set like, walk X amount of Ks or whatever.
Okay, cool.
A day and do that kind of stuff.
Cool.
What's the moo part of that?
Yeah.
Move.
Oh, move Ember.
Movember.
Right.
I never.
Gotcha.
Yeah. No, I think I'll be doing the sedentary growing thing rather than the active moving thing.
But I don't
Wait,
like
you're
going,
doing that right now.
I don't like going clean from the start. I'd happily shave everything apart from what I've got on the lip and then just go from there.
What
Because
about
I
on your
hate
face?
how I look without any facial hair. I hate it.
I think we should all go the full Ted Lasso,
Yeah.
the full Magnum PI.
I'd really like to. I don't think I'll ever grow long. I want to do the curls.
Yeah, no, with
I
the
don't-
waxing tips.
I don't think
Yeah.
I can ever grow it that long.
As always, we like to start the show with some inane banter about nerd stuff that really gets us going. But before we do, I thought I'd lower the drawbridge of the Fumble Factory and take a peek behind the curtain of our intrepid players around the table. So in the interest of letting our loyal listeners know more about you, I've prepared a special question that'll probe your innermost psyche for each of you before we get to our dicey question of the week, hashtag dicey questions. Luke, you get to go first. Would you rather travel the world for a year, all expenses paid, or have $40,000 to spend on whatever you want?
Who's coming with me? I think, no, don't shake your head. That is a key piece of information.
It says
there.
you
Me
travel the world.
on my own.
It says here, would you rather travel the world for a year, all expenses paid, or have 40,000? It doesn't say with an entourage of people. Would you?
Get the 40 grand, I think. I've been around. I've seen some things. I wouldn't recommend it.
Yeah. Leaving my house is overrated, especially that's where COVID lives.
Yeah. If I did that on my own after a year, I'd come back. I have no family. So
What would you do
hang
with
on,
the 40?
Hang on now.
What would you do with the 40?
If it's exclusively to me, shit. I don't know.
So it's you traveling or you spending 40 grand. You can't take the kids to Disneyland.
I can't win. This is an impossible question. This is an
Kobayashi Maru.
impossible question.
How is it an impossible question?
Because no matter which decision I make, I don't get anything. I take the trip, I lose my family. I take the money, I lose the money.
It is a
Because I don't get to spend it because somebody else will spend it.
No,
right?
you have to spend the money.
I
You
have to.
can't-
So like Brewster's Millions, I spend 40
You are
grand.
really overthinking
I am a
a
little
very
bit, aren't I?
simple
can't take
question.
the kids to Disneyland with that 40 grand. You've got to do something for you with that 40 grand and lose your family.
Hire a hitman.
I've no idea what I'd spend it on. You're asking the wrong person.
I know exactly what you'd spend it on.
It's not dice. I can't-
40K dice.
Yeah, I might buy some shares in Games Workshop.
I don't know if that's a good deal.
No,
at the
I don't
moment.
know. Yeah.
All right, Brett, you're up second.
I'm ready for the probing.
What worker do you think has the worst job?
Is it multiple choice?
No?
I think it's my plumber.
That's a lot of hair to get out of a drain pipe.
No, yeah.
When people say the hairs on the back of Brett's neck are standing up, they don't realize
He looks
just how many.
porcupine.
The world is in trouble on that day.
When the plumber says we're going to need a bigger machine, it's a problem. Is that adequate?
Yeah, that's fine by me. Lindsay,
Yep.
if you could choose one word to describe yourself, what would it be and why? Adequate.
If you struggle, you've got probably 3 alternatives around the table. I'm joking.
Let's go whimsical.
Whimsical.
Oh, whimsical. Give us
Whimsical.
a little bit more of a peek behind
There was a
the
why.
thought process of whimsical.
Follow up.
Well, I was kind of thinking of, first I was thinking anxiety field, but I realized that's two. But then I'm just like,
Anxious
whimsical.
is one word.
Oh, that's true. Anxious. No, whimsical. I like to do random shit just because it tickles my fancy and no one else's. That's whimsical, right?
Yeah, fair enough.
Justin?
I don't have a question for me.
Oh, that's bullshit.
Searching.
I have a question for me.
Can I suggest the search query shouldn't be how do I probe my brother?
All right, on that one, we're moving on. Without any further delay, let's get on to the real question for this week. And it goes a little something like this. If an apple a day keeps the doctor away, what magical properties do other fruits have?
Oh, Luke's already done this one in a previous episode.
Have I?
Yeah, pineapple digests yourself from the inside out.
And auto-digesting.
Oh, okay. So a plum, right?
Yep.
Can replace Brett's plumbing issue, and you just throw it into the toilet, and it plums your.
Exploding
I'd
plums.
So you have
I'd
to eat it first?
I'd have said bananas because they cause constipation, right? So you chuck a banana down the toilet, you just... Actually, no, that doesn't work either. Sorry.
I thought you were going with bananas with the ooh part at the beginning. So what would an orange do? Magical properties of an orange. See in the dark?
Wouldn't that be a carrot?
Yeah, that's where I would have gone. Carrots let you
I
see
got
in the
one.
dark.
I got one. Sour cherry
Yep.
for silence.
Oh, that's good. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like it.
And you say that because this week we took a trip to somewhere and I had sour cherry ice cream. And when I got the actual cherries out of the ice cream, they were so bad. I actually filmed my kids eating one. And my youngest one, when she started eating it, she was all happy. And then all of a sudden, this well of saliva came falling out of her mouth with the sourness. And it's poetry.
Yep.
Yeah.
I like that.
That's good. That's good. You said fruit though, right?
I said fruit, but
Sorry, yeah.
I mean, we don't have to be very specific on this. You're always asking me to clarify things. I don't know.
I didn't clarify. I just went with an orange and then you went, that's a carrot, not a fruit.
I would have gone, well, but
You said
it's-
see in the dark.
yeah,
and I was like,
see in the
carrot.
dark,
Yeah.
carrot.
All right,
Tomatoes are fruit. You can have that one.
Can I?
Yeah.
Chili,
Great.
chili.
I think for Brett, tomatoes induce vomiting.
Really?
He hates
I hate
tomatoes.
tomatoes. I don't mind tomato sauce. I don't mind pasta sauce. Like if it's been cooked, I don't mind it, but straight up tomato. And I try them regularly because I want to like tomato.
Are we talking like standard size
Cherry,
tomatoes?
normal,
cherry tomatoes are
Roma.
amazing.
Yeah, right? I'd love to love that. I love the juice, the burst of juice in my salad. I don't get it.
Woo! That got close.
Did it?
You guys around this table, it doesn't even need to be anywhere near a sexual innuendo. And you
No,
guys just
food
take
is
off.
sexual, man. Don't you think anything else?
Also, banana's a herb.
Is it?
Mm.
What?
Yeah.
Sometimes you guys get caught up on the stupidest shit.
I'm Googling that.
Don't even.
I've got nothing on this one. It's really I can't even think of fruits right now.
See, I think the magical property of a mango is to just make you sticky and upset.
See, I think that gives you diarrhea.
No, I
because
think
it
that-
makes the man go.
The
Oh, yeah, see? There you
I would
go.
have thought the property of a mango is to make you feel robbed because like 3/4 of the mass of the actual mango is
It's the seed,
stone.
yeah.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
I mean, it's delicious, but you feel you're getting mugged off every time you buy them.
Mhm.
Coconuts attract horses.
Oh, I like it.
Yeah.
Coconuts.
The horse whisperer. All right. I'm getting looks. All right.
I think that's his concentration look.
Constipation
I think this is a ridiculous premise for a question. What the shit?
I thought it was a great question.
All right, let me tell you what happens because I've got all the magical properties of my spells written down. No fruits on this shit at all.
Good berries. We actually have
Hang
good
on.
berries on our character
If you
sheet.
go to sleep, you have to blow roses at someone. Roses are edible.
Red.
So we
Nothing.
literally have on all our sheets 3 good berries,
Do we?
Yeah.
Mhm. You have good berries.
which heal you.
Yeah.
We do.
So blueberries heal you 1 HP
Do they?
Yep.
Antioxidants.
per blueberry.
I'd like to point out this is Brett's improvisation training here. Fruits. I can't even think of a fruit.
Yes, and kumquat. My problem is all the fruits are my safe words, so
There you go. There you go.
One of the magical properties of your fruits is that it stops you from suffocating.
You can't say a safe word if you're suffocating, Justin.
It's the only time that I use my safe word.
Oh, the innocence. Anyway,
How does that go? Automelon.
It's really hard It's really hard to say them with the ball gag in your mouth.
What about you? You haven't come up. You came up with an apple a day keeps the doctor away.
No, I came up with a mango.
Oh, right.
The mango makes you sticky and upset.
Yep.
that's a real magical property right there.
An orange
Grease.
a day keeps the lawyer away.
Oh, nice. Why does an orange keep the...
Because lawyers are scurvy bastards.
Nice.
What do we like? Maybe we could have associated the fruits with a smell. So, like, banana would be associated with grease.
Let's not.
So, banana skin, grease, slip, trip. Yep.
Let's not extend
Okay,
this
cool.
whole
Yeah,
piece
yeah,
of
yeah,
shit
yeah.
premise.
I actually quite like that Luke is taking this seriously. He's not putting up any blockers. He's open to this idea of role playing and...
I just found a punchline to your why oranges help you see in the dark
Okay.
because they're full of vitamin C.
Oh,
That's what I was thinking about when I said it.
Oh,
Oh.
we didn't say that. I should have just said it. That would have been
I
good.
didn't really want to hammer that. Yeah, anyway.
Orange, you looking for a light?
Oh my!
Yeah.
Kill me now.
Anyway, I'd like to take you into the table of imagination at the moment. And through the joys of the table of imagination, we get to zoom into
Is
a
that an
slaughterhouse.
Excel table
that is-
or a table of imagination is the worst, Justin.
What?
Table of imagination. All right, take us, Justin, to the imagination table.
You got to set it first, Brett. It's your job to set the table of imagination.
Right. Is this a full silverware?
And you shall be dining on a banquet of consequences, you fuckers.
Did you bring your second character sheet?
And third.
Yes, he's called Plopsy. He throws plums.
So I now bring you back to the table where we zoom into the world of Galorian, into the area of Absalom. We go into the district of the Pedal area and we go into the industrial zone, focusing on a slaughterhouse that lies in darkness amongst the fog as the veil has come in. There is no movement to be seen. As we zoom into the basement level, we go through the carnage that was the initial slaughterhouse, down the ramp where two goblins are currently hanging from chains in the roof and a hook that they are hung from. We go into a room where there's two vats that are eking out a horrible stench, but they're burning away the flesh and the rot and the detritus of the slaughterhouse itself. We go past the cold room that it was unusually cold, even though it has a bed and a sideboard and a table in there. And then we come zooming into where you guys are right now, a room that looks like it was some kind of altar room, some type of place of worship in which you found a lady who you have now dispatched, and she lies dead on the floor amongst another pile of bones that was once a wolf. What are you guys going to do? How are you, actually? Let's start with this. Give me an update. Where are your characters sitting at? How many hit points are we at? What are we looking?
You want actual numbers?
Well, how are you looking?
Reggie's feeling pretty banged up at the moment. He's not yet. He's once again wondering what is this job? They're not paying enough for this. Yep, it's 5 gold pieces a week. It's bullshit. He's going to ask for a raise. Thundercrack's going to get a stern talking
You
to.
can get a thunder slap.
What about you, Miles? How are you
Miles
looking?
he's doing pretty good. He's a bit shaken more than anything. Just seeing Reggie almost go down,
Mhm.
but
That was close.
it was very close. This is all a bit alien to him.
And what about you, Flopsy?
Flopsy is very intrigued about the undeadness and the links to the Black Cross family. Yes, he took some electricity damage. Yes, he's been hit once, and is a little bit hurt, but he's looking at the little nugget for a burst of healing in a minute, and we'll be right to go on.
You get so smug when you say he took electricity damage,
I
knowing
did.
that you've got resistance to electricity.
It took about half the damage that the little nugget took.
The other thing, and I think this is probably going to play on Miles, but I don't know if it's going to play on anyone else's, but this is probably the first human. This is the first human we've killed in there.
Is it
campaign.
human? Is it human?
Well, as far as I'm aware.
It appears to be human anyway, yeah. Mm.
Yeah. Everyone
You
else
sure?
we've knocked out, or so that's probably the first thing he's kind of thinking about is, first actual intelligent creature that we've actually dispathed rather than.
Not intelligent.
You can hear
No.
the screams of the Choker Society
Yeah.
from where you are right now.
Kelpie.
It's like, how dare you, Chokers are real life things as well.
Tag, little fishy.
We didn't kill that one.
We didn't kill that. Yeah.
Oh, we didn't.
No, I
No.
don't think we did. No,
he
the
left.
gargoyle, he left.
So
yeah.
you didn't know what Flopsy did that night.
Oh, we had
You guys
the-
were just-
Oh, okay, fair enough. Yeah.
I mean, we've killed the Kelpie, but that was a monster that was trying to kill us. And this is
it
like.
was just a beautiful lady that you fell in love with.
she just wanted
Yeah.
a piece of your ass.
But
That's all it
as
was.
far as this is, as far as we can tell, this is one of us that's just doing something wrong.
He's been led astray.
And it's probably, taking him a bit harder than killing a monster that the zombies have been or anything like that.
Fair enough.
Yes, Miles, I can see you're a little shaken up by the death of that lady. Is that you all right?
Yeah, I haven't killed someone before.
Oh, you'll get used to it. Don't worry about it.
Oh,
Reggie's going to have a little look around. Did we look around already? I can't remember.
We were looking around
We were
at
looking around,
the
weren't we?
altar, I think, while Selene and Miles were looking for secret doors.
Yeah, I believe you kind of looked through. Remember, this room had 2 ever-burning torches, which is the only room that's lit. Had some incense that was burning. There was an altar that on the front of it, the altar was made of an unearthly black material that seemed to draw the light
That's
out of
right,
the
yeah.
room, very similar to the Black Ross Museum. And it had a wolf's paw carved into the front of the altar in a red volcanic stone. It was behind that you guys found the little drawer where you pulled out the tapestry. So
Piece
the,
of tapestry.
The piece of tapestry that you had. And you also searched her body and found a couple of things in there. This room was also covered in curtains, which I think Miles has pulled down a fair chunk of those curtains. But you guys essentially are in this L-shaped room with 2 doors, the one door that you came in and a door that you can leave from.
So did we determine whether this segment of the tapestry was what we were guarding that got pinched? Are we going to run with an assumption? on that?
No
we
idea.
have no idea.
well,
Okay.
we can ask Thundercrack that when we
when
talk
we
to
see him
him.
next. Yeah.
Wouldn't it be
But-
great if he told us that up front rather than letting us find it out for ourselves?
Right.
You can make an assumption that this would probably be that tapestry, if not part of it. Remember, the tapestry itself isn't whole. This part is definitely large enough to have been strung up on that board that was in that room when you went in there. You know,
Oh, right.
When you walked
Okay.
in, the board was there and it had like a frame
Yeah,
that had been removed
Yep.
from. So it was definitely the same size as that.
So
So you can
this is
surmise
likely
that-
to have been here for some time.
That this is the tapestry piece that was stolen.
Right. Look, the options are to go out that door. We've explored everything in here. We've checked the altar. You've checked for secret doors. That's all been done.
So she was talking to someone, though.
I think she was talking through the mirror to someone.
Me too. Is there anything we can do with this mirror?
Shall we check it for magic?
You already did that.
I think it's
and-
gone,
yeah.
right?
Well, wait, hang on, boys. Let's not get carried away with ourselves. How are you all feeling?
I'm fine.
You're fine?
I'm doing
How
all
are
right.
you doing, Flopsy?
Poor.
Poor?
Poor.
Come over here, mate. Let me just bonk you on the head with this wand. Yeah, how are you going?
I am fine. Thank you for your asking.
No worries,
Reggie.
Frenchie.
Your accent has gotten much better this week.
I've been practicing.
So questions I have are cold room, who, what, why is that there, and who's summoning the undead? This lady had a robe that had some skeletal creatures that could come from it, but I don't know about zombies.
Well, I think we need to go through the door. I want to make sure we've clean sweep this place because I don't want to be mooching around looking at stuff and have something jump out on me. I've had enough weird stuff jumping out on me these last few weeks.
She did mention Skellsgig, the ghoul of what?
That needed feeding.
Yes, and
Not liking the sound of that, boys.
Well, and we know these guys have been disrupting the watch, so this is the source of that. So that should help old Thundercrack get his house in order.
Little Reg wants to go and have a look at the other door.
All right.
To have a little sticky beak around it as it looks. Is it safe?
Is it secret? You move up to the other door. The other door's closed,
Yep.
much like this door. It looks exactly the same, except as an L-shaped corridor or an L-shaped room, this is the probably you surmise a different entrance towards it.
Okay.
Just make a perception check for me, please, Reg.
Yes, indeedio. 15 on the perception.
You don't hear any sounds on the outside of the door.
Does it appear to be locked?
Are there any traps?
Aren't you the guy that checks for the traps, Flops?
why don't we just go out the door that we've already been in?
Flopsy just shakes his head like,
I'll have a look. I'll have a look for some traps.
Well, there was a door directly
Have a look for
opposite
some
the one we
traps.
came in.
Straight perception again. Fucking hell, this thing's rolling 5s every time. 15.
So on a 15, you look for traps on the door. There is no visible trap.
It's great. No, I'm joking. No. Oh, go on. Yeah, all right, let's do it.
Yeah, you open the door. There's nothing. You open it into that corridor. Now, I just want to paint the picture. I was thinking about this over the last week of this pitch black world where Tippy's light, as a bird, Tippy's flying around. It would be this shaky lights in these corridors of darkness with this stone kind of packed floor with straw all around it. It would smell horrible through here. It would be dank. It would be musty. It would not be clean and lovely like you would think, or you would essentially want an abattoir to be. And you move into the hall, Reg. As you move into the hall, can you make another perception for me?
Perceptione. Oh, that's better. 24.
With a 24, you're looking left and right as you would as you come out the door. Tippy comes out shedding light for you so you can see up and down the corridor. It's only then that you see to your left-hand side, there's another door that has been thrown open outwards that seems to be blocking the area of a corridor. It's also at that point you hear a slam come from the corridor around the corner from whence you came. Not the door you think that you went into to the chapel, but the door maybe further near that cold room from the back. And you hear a slam and some dragging. And then it's at that moment with that slam that you see two figures shamble out of this doorway. You hear from where you came from before the same sound of shambling coming up that corridor as well. What are you going to do, Reg?
Are they heading? Do I feel like I've been spotted?
Yeah.
Shit.
If anything, these creatures probably would say, brains.
Hey, Tippy, let's head back. I'll get back into the room that we were in and shut the door.
Mm-hmm.
And say to the guys, don't go down there.
You duck straight back into the room, shut the door behind you,
Yep.
knowing that this door doesn't have a lock on it or anything
I'm
like
holding
that.
onto it.
Yep. And you guys find yourselves back in the room.
Just out of curiosity, zombies can't open doors. Can
What's out there?
more of the same.
Okay.
There seem to be some more, how can I say, lifeless forms coming our way.
There is another door to this place, you realize.
Yes.
Do we need to barricade one?
I
gotta grab the
What if we let them in here and lock them in here? Let them in one door, go out the other door, shut the door they went in, bar them both up.
We can't lock this door though, can we? Can I lock the door I'm all in?
It's the doors don't have locks on them, if that's what you're asking. You would
Is there
have
a
to
chair?
find another way of locking a door or barricading the door.
Was
Which way
there
did the door open? Did it open towards me or towards them?
It opened inwards.
was there a chair in front of the mirror?
No. There's a big stone altar in here.
There's a corpse.
Weekend
All
at
right, so what are you
Bernie's?
going to do? You can hear the noise as like Reg has popped back into the
Scratching on
room,
the door.
and you can hear shuffling as something is shambling up the 5-foot corridor.
Move away from that door.
And you can also hear noise from the other door as well, as something seems to be moving outside both doors.
Can you lock the other door?
Yeah, that's already shut. Remember, I think Saloni shut it last time during the fight to stop the invisible creature or the crow from
That's
getting
right.
out.
Yeah. All right, then. So let's just deal with what's going to come through
Let's
this door.
just
then,
open
right?
this door,
Get some
back
bombs
around
ready.
to the other door.
Flops, you got any bombs?
Yes, I've got a couple.
Okay. So I can open the door and you just chuck them at
Wait,
me.
wait.
No?
Okay, before we open this door, I'll pull out this mahogany stick that we picked up last time. That's the wand of monster summoning, and I point out the floor and say the incantation, and then with a puff of smoke, a giant schnauzer appears there.
All right, so that'll
I
take
wish I
him
could summon a
around.
giant schnauzer when I wave my wood around.
That would take a round to do. So is anybody else doing anything within that round? Are
I'm
you
going to
doing?
move to the other door and
Yep.
hold it shut.
Okay, Saloni will probably move with you.
And say, as I do that, summon out that door, keep it open. We'll shut this one. When they come in here, we'll go out there.
So you want me to open this door?
Leave it open. Don't have to hold it open.
Or just walk away from me, yeah?
Yeah, leave it open once he summons. Come around here. We'll go out the other door.
Got you, Flopsy.
Dog,
All right.
dog will attract him. We'll get him from behind.
Cool.
Okay. On the next round, what did you summon?
A giant schnauzer.
A schnauzer appears in the room with you.
Yep.
What are you going to do from that point?
Flopsy moved around to the other door. Saying
Mhm.
everyone else should come with him once the dog
Yeah,
is summoned.
Reggie's moved away from the door that he was holding on instruction from Flopsy.
Mm-hmm. So left it shut?
Yeah.
I think the idea was that you were supposed to open the door, allow the zombies to come inside so they could fight the dog. They get distracted by the dog and you escape out the other door.
Correct.
but you left the door shut and left.
I've only got a 10 for intelligence. Man, what the fuck?
That's
Stop
a
playing
no-
my character.
That's a normal intelligence
Ah,
for a
no,
normal
average,
human.
yeah.
In real
Okay,
life,
yeah.
I'm dumber than that, and I still figured that out.
Okay, so I crack the door, not fully open. I just crack it open a bit.
And then you and I assume both you and Miles move around to the other door.
Just want to interject. Apparently, it's a small creature, so it's a miniature schnauzer.
Mini schnauzer.
Isn't that
Can it not just be a schnauzer?
yeah, it's just a normal size schnauzer?
Sure, it's a regular
It's
schnauzer.
an enlarged mini schnauzer.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a 6-inch schnauzer.
You two move around the door. You're all trying to be quiet now because I get the idea that the schnauzer is supposed to be drawing the attention of these creatures. Can you all just make a move silently check or some type of
Fuck, stealth check.
some type of stealth check for me?
Oh, I made some type of check, of course. All right.
Who's got the lowest of these stealths?
Probably me.
Mine's 23.
Definitely me.
What'd you get?
8.
22 for Reg.
Do you want me to roll for
Yes, if you could roll for Saloni,
Are you
please.
rolling spin down counters?
They're not spin
Saloni
down.
rolled a natty 1.
Okay. So Saloni's probably the worst of the stealth characters at the moment. Ooh, that's not good at all. The door bursts open. Shambling in through the door, that smell of rotten decay hits you as you see zombies just move through. The first zombie comes straight in. At this point, we're going to make an initiative roll because we need to do this in order to see how this happens.
The schnauzer starts barking.
What we'll do is for you, Miles, we will actually run your initiative at the same time as the Schnauzer's initiative as well. So your initiative can be that same time. So if we went down, Flopsy, what's your initiative?
5.
Miles.
19.
Perfect. Reg?
14.
And can somebody please roll for Saloni?
15.
Nice.
These guys haven't done too badly. So, Miles, the door bursts open. You've already moved around the corner, so your creature gets to move. So the door bursts open. You can see, or your creature can see, that there is shambling undead on the other side.
It probably starts going.
Okay, it doesn't attack. It doesn't move.
Not at this stage, no.
All right, it stays still. That gets us to Saloni. Saloni. Oh, sorry, Miles. I skipped your go.
So,
I just assumed you were a barking schnauzer.
so Miles is moving around to the.
You've already there.
All
Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
I open the door quietly.
You open the door into the dark corridor. That gets us to Saloni. So Saloni will basically hold off and say, "You go first. I will hold them just in case." And at that point, she pulls out her sword and you can see her dagger scrape very loudly across the sides of the bricks on one of the walls, making an eerie sound that she says, "Merde."
It's all right. The dog's barking. I'll cover it.
That gets us to the enemy's go. The zombies burst into the room. The first one runs straight at this schnauzer, doing a...
Oh, wow. They're like 28 days later, zombies.
To give you an idea of these zombies, they can, while they move slowly, they can charge and attack in the same. So this thing charges at this this miniature schnauzer and it attempts to attack it with its slam attack. It rears back its big fist and it kind of knocks it on the head to knock it out. So it gets an easy feast of 13 to actually hit the schnauzer on the head.
Oh, meets it, beats it.
Boom.
Are you going to go all John Wick on them now? 'Cause
The schnauzer takes 8 points of damage as this fist just goes
Oh,
boom
that's big.
and cracks into it.
It disappears in a puff of smoke.
Oh, that's
Dead.
not dead.
Yeah.
You hear a small voice inside your head say, "That's not how you treat animals."
Baba Yaga.
Yeah, there's some kind of summoning creature. I always imagine there's some kind of world where they're like, "You're up next. I know where to go. I know what happens. I know what happens."
I seem to there.
Take a ticket.
It's
I
your
don't know.
turn.
That's a good question, dude. They actually die when they die in the real world, or they just disappear back?
No, they go back to
Because
their
they're spirits,
plane.
right?
Yeah, they go back to their plane. No, they're from a different plane.
Is it astral plane?
Yeah.
How shit was it for that dog there? That's like been there for 10 seconds and
Yeah.
it's gone. It's
Yeah.
like, that was my go? The
Yeah.
fuck?
At which point, Miles, you're standing at the door. You see two zombies down the corridor. Again, they're to your left. So they've gone, if you imagine that this room is an L-shaped room, the corridor outside of it is also L-shaped. and you can see 2 zombies moving towards the other door away from you in the corridor. The only way that you can go now is back from whence you came. So you need to go back to the room with the 2 pits in it or back into the cold room. But you also see that there is a door directly across the way from you as well. So you've got those 3 kinds of places going. Not that you can move right now, but just to give you an idea of how to orient. You see 2 zombies sort of in that back corner because they've had their moves to get there. That's where they've sort of stopped. And you don't see them sort of notice you, although light is exploding from this room. You also hear the shambling of other zombies moving into the room, and you hear one of them audibly go, "Rrr?" And Saloni, that's at that moment, Saloni goes, "Merde."
Scooby-Doo's a zombie.
Yeah. Reg, it's your go.
Shit. How close are they all? Do I know?
They're around the corner. So the closest zombie that you could possibly get to is at the crook neck of this corridor. From where you are, you can't see any zombies because they're all around corners.
Right. So Reggie, not knowing what we're actually doing, is just going to ready an action to burst if they get too close.
Sure.
If it all goes to shit.
Okay. So Reggie begins to burst.
No.
With pride. Flopso, it's your go.
Flopsy's going to whisper to Saloni or Reggie, make that Tilly look appetizing, and then open the door and move to the door opposite and check it for traps.
Okay. So you go to the door opposite. The door to this chamber is closed and you can see a visible lock on it. Upon closer inspection, it looks, as you're kind of looking at it a bit closer, you can see that an attempt has been used recently to reinforce the door, and you can see that there are rivets that go through to what looks like iron bars on the other side of the door, but the door is definitely locked. And you didn't have to open the door, so you still have a move action because Miles.
Can I check for traps?
You certainly can.
That is 18 to check for traps.
Now, I've got a little thing for you. You don't
That's
actually.
what she said.
Yeah. I got a little rules adjustment here because you're not actually the one who checks for traps. I'm the one that checks for traps.
Okay.
So that is a GM secret roll, which I'm going to do behind the curtain here. What is your trap finding bonus?
My perception is +7.
Oh, that's not bad.
But you're rolling, so that's really
I was
bad.
going to say, that sucks because, you roll like crap.
You don't find any traps. Wink.
Okay.
Hang on. Yeah.
Is that a standard?
That would be, you would have to spend time looking for traps. So you see Flopsy just cross over. Again, you can see the edge, especially with your dark vision. You can see that there are zombies moving around the corner, but there is still one
They can't see us there.
in that corner.
Can it see me?
It could, if it looks at you, certainly can see you. You are in the corridor.
I thought you said they were around the corner. So
no,
that's why I went
there are
out.
2 that you could see. One moved around and there's one just standing at that corner because it's 5 foot. They can't all get in at this point in time, and some of them were
So
moving.
it's like 15 feet away from me.
Yeah, 10 foot to be honest. So yes, there is a zombie right there. You don't think it's noticed you right now, but it's intent on the other door. But you are also very mindful that there's going to be some light coming out and some movement and some other stuff.
Flopsy's just going to hold his hand up to the rest of the party as if to say, wait.
Miles, what are you doing?
I was going to wait. I'll just delay.
Okay, so you stand next to the open door, just perusing, making sure there's nothing there. Saloni, again, she moves up to about 10 foot away from that corner where the zombies would have to come around if they're coming from the other door, and then that gets us to said zombies at that point. So you see 3 zombies move around the corner.
We all see that?
You all see it because
Like
this room is in total light. So 3 zombies sort of shamble up and they get within visual area of you. Reg,
how far is that?
You look at them and they're probably, what's the range of your
30
bursting?
feet.
Definitely within bursting.
So Flopsy's in the corridor. He wouldn't see it, right?
Flopsy doesn't see that, but you also see that the zombie that's there is just going to make a perception check and continues to move down the corridor the other way. So moves off away from you. You seem to
So
have
corridor to
not
myself.
caught its notice, if that makes sense. And they've sort of moved into there. But you also surmise that there's a few in that corridor as well. So 3 come up. Reg, you can take your action right now. If you
Reg,
want.
a little bit too trigger happy, maybe, I don't know, but he's very nervous about seeing that many zombies, knowing full well that there's probably more to go as well. Fucking 6. let's go. 6 points.
6 points of damage. Now, they have to make a will save each, don't they?
So was that a burst?
It was a burst.
What does that look like when you burst? You've had plums.
Yeah. No. In this case, Reg just sees him coming around, just going to clap his hands together real loud, like a sonic boom, kind of boom, just like across the 30 feet, just hits out from Reg.
The 3 zombies that are in the room and that are caught inside this burst all need to make will saves.
No, not with new dice. No,
will
use
saves
the
for
same
half.
shitty old dice that you usually use.
Oh, you don't want me to be using these dice because I only brought good dice today. Also, these are untested. So I've rolled a 1, which is a natural 1, which is an automatic fail. I rolled a 12, dirty 12, and a dirty 9. So all of them take 6 points of damage.
Oh, yes.
It's a bingo. Well done, Rich. Well done. That's good. Just do it quietly.
Yep. Got very nervous. Very, like I said, trigger happy, just excited for the whole moment.
Good.
He shit himself, really. He just wanted to mask the noise, the fact that he just saw his pants.
Miles, you see these zombies come around the corner. Are you going to break your...
Yes, I'm going to come out of delay.
Yep, you're going to come out of delay as
and
well.
I'm going to, I don't know, I guess they're all shambling in a row. I'm just going to pick one of them and you'll see like the purple flecks in his eyes flare and cast Misfortune on him.
He needs to make a will save.
Yes.
Oh. Now, you can
Is that
have a
a-
look at that.
Is that a 1 and a
That
7?
was the dice that I rolled a natural 1 on before. That's a natural 17 with a +3 on it.
Shit.
Is that a save?
Yes.
Okay. But I've bolstered my dice versus misfortune at the moment. Flopsy, it's your go.
Is this
You're
lock?
the only one outside.
If I drank a potion of gaseous form, went underneath the door, could I pop up on the other side and open the door easily, or am I going to unlock
the
it
lock.
anyway?
No, you definitely cannot
I'll have to
open
pick
this
it
lock
either
from
way.
the inside. Yeah.
So Flopsy's going to then ask you to disable this device. Like, is that you rolling that one too?
No, you get to do that one.
Oh, do I?
Mhm.
Oh, what a novelty.
He just wants to roll his dice, new dice more.
Natural 16 for a 23 on a disabled device.
Flopsy takes a little while. Now, disabled device actually takes a fair bit of time, doesn't it? Like, do you know much about this skill?
I know everything about the skill. It happens immediately. I'm looking it up.
Disabling device takes a little bit of time. So it's going to take you more than one round. So I'm just going to roll a d4 to see how long it actually takes. I have rolled a 4. So that's 4 points of damage that maybe nobody else could get. Like if I rolled that as damage, that might have
I
been...
can give you the actual rules if you want them.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Is it a simple lock?
Yes, I believe so.
1 full round.
So Flopsy, you take a round to click open. You hear as the lock seems to hit. It's one of those locks. It looks crude, like somebody's hastily kind of smashed this together from other pieces, and you can see it welded in and riveted in places. This certainly isn't a professional moment here, but it takes you the entire round before you hear that satisfying click.
So that won't
of the
click
lock
till
opening.
everyone else has had a turn, and I've spent the whole 6 seconds of everyone else doing their stuff.
Yeah.
So
Still
I'm still
wish.
unlocking the lock right now.
It takes me more than 6 seconds to use a key.
Depends how drunk you are.
And how many keys are on my keychain?
Yeah, that's true too. All right, that brings us to Saloni. Saloni can see the 3 zombies that are in front of her at this point in time. She steps up. She moves 10 foot, which only allows her 1 attack action. Luke, can you please roll for Saloni as her rapier slices through the air? It comes to a point in the attempt to get one of these zombies through the eye.
So I rolled a 10.
A 10 is going...
Gone.
You see Saloni's rapier take the zombie through the eye. Can you please roll a d6 for me for the damage that she does?
1. I used my 6 up a minute ago.
I really love you, Luke, but sometimes you're bitterly disappointing to me.
That's what my wife says.
It's now the zombie's go. The zombie that's on Saloni slams her, just moves straight forward, lurching its entire body on her, doing a body slam. That is going to... That's a natural 19 to hit her. Like, I mean, I know you guys aren't upset by that, but I'm upset by that.
Because you
as-
spent all week doing that accent, and now you're going to lose
Yeah,
it.
as learning the intricacies of a French accent, which is not my native tongue. Who would have guessed?
Your native tongue is Goblin, I believe.
Oh, fuck.
Doesn't say well.
That is full damage. Saloni
Ooh.
takes... You see Saloni just get smashed by this zombie as it lurches into her. Her nose starts bleeding profusely and she's kind of staggered a little bit as the zombie lurches forward. The second and third zombies, seeing other victims or potential meals in the room, one of them will charge at you, Reg, and the other one will charge in and go for you, Miles. Now, Miles, on the way through, you get an attack of opportunity for this zombie to go through. And I'd just like to let you know, these new dice, guess what I just rolled?
I don't know. You tell us.
Ones.
A natural 1 and a natural 2. And I just went to confirm. And even with a +2 for charge, I am going to need a fumble card.
See what I just rolled on my attack of opportunity.
I can't read those dice for shit over this distance. I can see, is that a 4 on the D6?
Yeah, but that's...
I know you didn't roll
that's
that,
a
but that's about the
D3.
only number I can see because it's big.
It's a natty 20.
Is it? Nice. Good.
Can I just interrupt for a second? I think I've got my dicey question answered. Cranberries summon zombies.
Well done.
That's
Well
nice. Good work.
I thought they stopped UTIs. So, look, I rolled a fumble card. The fumble card that I rolled first said that the zombie dropped its weapon. I don't like that, so I've pulled another one.
It was hands dropped off.
Actually,
He's rotten and his arms fall off. Yeah.
No, even with his arms falling off, he can still make slam attacks. So I've pulled a separate one. Luke, could you please roll a D4 for me?
It's D4 is my specialty. 1.
A 1. You see this its actual tendons and its arms rip as it reaches forwards and oversteps, and you see some of the strength sap out of it, almost in front of you.
Nice.
At which point, the one that moved past you. Sorry, I got that wrong. It's not you that gets to make the attack of opportunity. It's actually Reg that gets the attack of opportunity.
We'll take it. We'll take it.
It's Reg that gets the attack of opportunity because you're the furthest back. Sorry.
Which one of these zombies were... Oh, they saved their misfortune.
Yeah,
They saved the misfortune. So I do apologize. That is my bad. Reg, it is you that gets the attack of
fucking
opportunity
wasted my natty
because,
Yeah, I know, right? It's
because Miles is all the way back near the door and they have to get
Bullshit.
past you guys to go
Fucking-
through.
Look at that. 10.
And Saloni also gets an attack of opportunity. Could you please roll that, Brett?
Sure.
I'm subbing my dice.
Not good. She
I'm
got a
dumbing
natural
mine.
1.
Okay, so 2 attacks. It's not a great round for... What'd you get?
A natural 1.
Oh, fuck. All right, roll again. Let's see if you fumble.
Or natural 18. She's all right.
Okay, so she is fine. She hasn't fumbled. 2 other zombies move around the corner at this point. So there are 5 zombies in this room, 3 of which have been damaged. You know, Reg has scorched some and they have that scorch marks of the holy damage. Plus, Saloni's taken 1 through the eye. But now there are 2 more that are undamaged that move around to that corner, but that's the extent of their movement. They don't get to come into base to base. Reg.
5. There's 5. Okay.
What?
There's 5 of them, you said?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Right.
I
So
thought
I've
you
got-
rolled a 5.
No,
Sorry.
no. I've got one right in front of me, right?
You actually have 2 in base to base. There's the one that came and tried to attack you, and there's the one that has stopped next to you to attack Miles. So there are 2 combatants that you can get from here. If you want to get to the third, you'd have to take a 5-foot step through one of the zombies.
So Reggie's going to go full flurry. So for the first one and closest to him, he's going to attempt to trip on the flurry
Okie dokie.
with the Kama for a 21.
A 21 is definitely going to take it below the knee and drop it to the floor.
So I get an attack of opportunity now with Vicious Stomp. So as he's going down, he comes in and elbows on the way down.
Sure.
Not so good with that one for a 10.
Hits.
Oh, sheesh. All right. Did not expect that. Max damage for 5.
5 points of damage. You feel like not all of that damage actually permeated the zombie that is on you, Reg.
Is that right?
So it actually, as the back of, would you use the back of your leg to do that, or a knee or an elbow?
Because he's on the way down. I would have stamped, just literally done a quick stamp because
Yeah,
I've got so many around me. I'm like, I'm not wasting time on anything too fancy.
Yep. You hear that slap of flesh against flesh, just boom, and again you kind of look at it and you go, oh, and it's at that point that you trigger and you go, these things you can't punch. Skeletons you punch. These things you use blades. You got to slice them open, otherwise they're not going to work. So
Okay,
yeah,
cool.
that kind of moment flashes through your mind. Like
Cool.
everybody kind of knows that, but in that moment, you'd use the Karma to drag the legs out and then boom. Not all the damage went through, but you do know now blades are what you need to use.
Cool. Okay, so with my final attack then,
Yep.
because like the
Yep.
on the remaining one that's standing next to me, that's just a 10 with the cam as I come swinging in with that.
You miss.
Mm.
So that's the one that charged in to go get Miles. That goes a little bit wide, which gets us to Miles. It's your go. You have one zombie right in the front of you. Now, the one that you tried to misfortune is the one that's on Reg.
So you'll see the purple light flare up in my eyes again as I cast Misfortune on the one in front of me.
Okay, it fails.
Cool. It is now Misfortuned, and I'm going to take a 5-foot step back.
Okay, that 5-foot step will either get you in the corner unless you want to go diagonally, and then you've still got your back against the wall either way if you want a 5-foot here, unless you're 5-footing behind Reg.
Ooh. Okay, never mind. I'll stay where I am.
Okay. Flopsy, you hear the satisfying click as the door opens or the lock opens that you have been trying to open.
No, open the door. What do I see inside?
More zombies.
This dark room, although you can see, smells of stale smoke and body odor. Once a curing room for meats, it's been transformed into a prison of sorts. Manacled to the wall in the corner is a young gnome, and you can see that he's sort of splayed out with both of his arms in the corner, manacled to each different wall. So his arms are spread out, as are his legs. He wears the tattered remnants of clothing, which is slick with blood and sweat and other bodily fluids. Even from where you are, you can see that his exposed skin shows numerous signs of cuts, burns, bruises, scrapes, all types of torture, I guess, is what you are looking at. And as the door opens and that little bit of light from the other room comes in, you can see his bloodshot eyes kind of blink against the light that assaults him, even that not so bright light. And he shies away, and you can see him begin to weep and whimper very quietly, obviously terrified out of his mind.
Flopsy will step through and say, "Come on, get in here," to the rest of the team, holding the door, ready to close it when they come through.
Okay. Saloni. There is a zombie on either side of her. She's actually being flanked. So directly in front of her is the zombie that hit her in the face and she's bleeding. Directly behind her is the zombie that's standing near the door. Then there's Miles behind that and Reg, you're diagonally. So she's actually got all 3 zombies are in squares around her at the moment. So she's not doing so well. She looks around her with a little bit of panic in her eyes. She says, "Reggie, can you do that burst again? There are more coming."
I'm all out.
Merde. She will use a full round action right now to turn to the one that's in front of the door, knowing that we want to get out of the door. She sees that. She sort of winks at you a little bit, Miles, and she wants to flirt.
Yes, she does.
No, that's what she doesn't want to do. She kind of gives you a look, gives you the nod, and she flanks with you, Miles, with the zombie that's
Just
covering.
before she does that, Reggie just shouts out like, "Just tumble out of there."
All right. These new dice are not great. I rolled a natural 1.
It's not the dice.
Which doesn't fumble. And the second attack with her dagger, which she's going to try, is a hit. Can you roll a d4 for me, please, Brett?
Oh, but Luke does 5 points of damage with a D4.
He only ever does 3.
1.
Okay.
I rolled a 4.
I rolled a 3.
Take the average.
But you see all of that damage goes through. The zombie is still up on its feet, though, and that brings us to the zombies themselves. The second 2 zombies that are around the corner, I'm going to move them up first because they will take a moment to move up to you, Reg. You're really the only person that they can get into base to base. So one of them actually takes the diagonal next to you. One of them takes the diagonal next to Saloni.
Tilly's on the floor there if they're hungry. There's a nicely laid out meal ready for them.
You trying to play my characters?
Just saying. Just offering a buffet
I
solution.
was going to say buffet.
All right, moving back from the zombie that's furthest away, the zombie in front of the door looks at you, Miles. It still wants to take a piece of your flesh. You look quite tasty. In its bad form. Ooh, even with that, it rolls twice, and its worst attack against you will be an 18.
That'll hit.
It claws out at you, doing 6 points of damage as its undead claws reach for you and just grab you with unholy strength. The next one back. So we now have the 2 against you, Reg. Reg, the one that's on the floor begins to rise up. It's too dumb to realize exactly what the tactical implications of this.
Cool.
So it's just going to stand up to try and lurch over the top and get you, because it's quite you're a little thing. It's a big thing. It wants to hit you. Make your attack of opportunity.
Okay, so as it rises up, Reg just takes a massive swing with the camera at the throat for a 24.
That's definitely going to ring true. Let's see if you can take its head off, Reg. Come on.
For 4 points of damage.
Oh, it's close, but no cigar. It stands up. It attempts to hit you, and it fails on a natural 2.
Ooh.
However, I believe that the newest zombie combatant that you've got rolled a natural 14. That gets it to 18. Is that going to hit you?
That is going to hit.
Ooh.
Oh, you think you're in character?
Ooh, it's a happy. Ooh.
For you, maybe.
Yeah, its hands come towards you, like
handsy.
wrenches it. It grabs you by the shoulder, and even though you slip out of its grasp, it wrenches your shoulder for 5 points of damage.
Ooh, felt that.
Yeah, Saloni now gets 2 combatants against her. The last 2 go straight.
Oh, don't
for
do it, Frenchie. Get out of there.
Saloni. She's not looking great. The first one is definitely going to be a miss, but the second one rings true. Reg, can you do the killing blow on Saloni and roll it?
No.
I'll do it.
Yeah, Miles. It's fitting. Only fitting. You should.
What is it?
D6, please.
2.
It's good. It's good.
Okay. Again, Saloni gets slammed. You see her knock her head against the wall as a spray of blood that's covering her face moves across the wall, and there's a pool dripping under her, and she is looking a little bit wary on her feet, like a little bit wobbly on her feet. Reg, you'll go.
So Reg is going to go full Death Blossom with his flurry now. So he's going to do like a pirouette on the spot, like windmill style with his camera.
Okay. And there are 3 people that are in attack distance with you. The one that is being flanked by Saloni and Miles, the one that you tripped, and then the newest guy that came up.
I'll go for the one that is near Saloni.
Okay, the one covering the door.
Yeah. Neither of those are going to hit.
Ooh. Are you sure?
Pretty sure.
Okay.
11 and 9.
Let's just say you got close.
Oh, that's
You are not-
very therapeutic knowing you
Yeah,
got
I know,
close.
right? Yeah.
You got very, very, very close. All right, both of those
Got nothing but
miss.
air.
Miles, what are you going to do?
Miles is going to misfortune one of the other ones that is attacking Saloni.
Okay, so you have the choice of the newest zombie that's attacking Saloni, or the one on the very opposite side of her that slammed her first, and basically there's blood.
Yeah,
coming
we'll do that one.
Okay.
So we'll save, please, as the purple lights up his eyes.
18. This dice is nice.
Okay, fuck you. You'd probably see, if anyone was watching his eyes closely, you'd see like the little flecks kind of grow a little bit. And then I'm going to cackle manically. Oh, God, we need to leave. Ha, 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 ha.
Flopsy, you'll go.
Flopsy's going to look at them and go, "Get in here, you idiots."
There's a fucking zombie blocking the door.
And
Do something.
He pulls out an alchemist fire and throws it at that zombie. In the
Okay,
door.
perfect.
12 range touch attack.
That is going to be enough.
Nice.
It takes 4 points of damage.
Whew.
Everything around it in the squares adjacent take 1 point of damage.
That will be Saloni, Miles, and Reg will all take that point
I
of damage.
can't see that from where I am.
I would expect
As
nothing
they're
less.
all-
I'm
I
just
can't
happy
see that
there's
from
some
where I
fire
am.
going on.
Yeah,
It's fine,
so
it's fine.
you all take 1 point of damage. Again, Saloni is, she's looking super wobbly right now. But the zombie goes down in a heap of fire and molten whatever, magma, as the zombie falls to the floor, flailing. The door is now open for any creature that wants to get out. Saloni, seeing that,
Get out of here.
will withdraw herself. She moves across the corridor into the room with Flopsy, and you can see her standing there panting. That moves us to the enemy. The 4 zombies that are left now only have 2 combatants in the room. Let's start with the 2 on you, Reggie.
Sure.
Oh, Reggie.
Oh dear.
Oh, Reggie. Reggie, does a 14 hit you?
No, it doesn't.
Okay.
Oh, nice, Reggie.
Does a 20 hit you?
It does
Oh,
not.
A 20
Yes,
does.
it did. Of course it fucking hits me.
It's not a natural 20. It's a dirty 20.
Dirty or not, 20 is good.
And you take 7 points of damage.
7? Fucking hell.
Are
You
still
also
up?
get an attack of opportunity as one of the zombie that was on Saloni, who just saved its will save, moves in past you to get to Miles.
Oh, as it goes, I'm going to take a swipe with the camera at its knee, not to trip, just to do a slice on the leg.
Yep.
For 14.
That's definitely going to hit.
Nice. For 3 points of damage.
You take its knee off and you destroy it as it falls to the floor. Its face falls into the fiery remains of its friend, but it is gone. You also get a second attack of opportunity as one of the newer zombies that also came into the fray moves past to do exactly the same thing. If its first compatriot isn't going to make it to the fresh meat that is Miles.
Cool. So as going through the first leg, Reggie flicks the camera around to reverse and comes back in the opposite direction for the next one for a natty 20.
Oh, let's see if you can confirm.
With a natural 1.
Oh, dude.
You don't confirm, but you do get to do damage.
3 points of damage.
3 points of damage. That's great. Okay, so it does take a little bit of damage as it moves up into your space, Miles. It attempts to hit you. I'm not sure that a 13 is going to slam into you with the force that it wants to as it charges.
As it slams into me, my mage armor kind of flares up and it bounces off my magical force field.
Perfect. But now the door is also occupied.
Oh, is it?
Once again, yeah, this thing just moved straight over the
3
remnant.
fiery zombies
Now,
in the doorway
I've got a
now, right?
question for you. The alchemist fire is still burning on
It
this
is.
square. Now, will it take damage? I would assume that if it's standing on its compatriot, will it take damage, or is that really only just burning for the creature?
I would assume it's the alchemy sticking to the creature
Yeah,
and
okay.
continuing to burn.
Right.
But I'm going to give them splash damage at least, right? That's just fair.
For splash damage? No, they weren't in splash range. Oh, you talking about Reggie and Miles?
No,
That's
the two
fine.
zombies that are occupying the same square as a burning zombie.
Is there? Well, if you're saying they don't catch on fire, there's only one zombie that's
The
occupying
two
it.
dead ones and the one that's alive.
Yeah. All right, Reg, it's your go.
When I withdraw, can I move through the guy or I'd still have to take an acrobatics check to go through there?
Withdrawing gives you one space that you can move out of that doesn't provoke an attack of opportunity. Every other space will, and it's a full round action to withdraw. So you would have to acrobatics through the
From where I am,
zombie in
basically.
the door, or you would have to go past the other zombies and go through the other door that was around the corner that you opened.
Okay,
You
so
know, there's a second door in here
yeah, I'm heading
The
for
doggy
Flopsy.
door.
Yeah, I'm heading for Flopsy.
directly.
Yeah, from where I am to there. What do I need to do?
Make an acrobatics check, please.
Okay. Now with Underfoot Grace, I only get a -5 on this rather than a -10. Underfoot Adept uses his size and grace to avoid the attacks of those he passes when using acrobatic skill to avoid attacks of opportunity by moving through a threatened area or an enemy space. He only takes a -5 penalty when doing so at full speed.
Oh, so you're moving full speed.
Yep.
Okay, so you can do so at half speed and take no penalty.
Oh, true?
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to do that then.
All right, make your acrobatics check. Remember, for every combatant, this acrobatics check gets a little bit harder.
Okay, so the first acrobatics check is 16.
Reg, you roll a 16.
Yep.
You steal your feet. You move to tumble through the legs of this zombie. And your 16 is not enough to actually move straight through its square. You get there and it just blocks you, getting an attack of opportunity against you. Fuck. Oh no, that's fuck for you. Because that, my friend, is another 6 points of damage.
And I don't get through.
And you don't get through.
I'd have had to go through the fire anyway. Would I have taken fire damage for that?
No.
And that's my full round, is it?
That is your full round because you were withdrawing from the other two, which means that you didn't get
Okay, cool.
actually. Well, that's your first move action. So you can actually have another move action if you like.
Okay.
So your acrobatics was enough to get past the other two,
All right.
but you provoked from that one. It just wasn't enough to get through his.
So can I take the other move action to move through the remainder of that distance?
You haven't been able to move at all
Oh.
because you basically got to him and he blocked your way. So because you have to beat his CMD by 5.
So I've only
in
had a
order to
move
go
action,
through.
yeah?
So you've only had a move action.
Let's try it again.
Come on, Reg.
If I don't, I'm fucked anyway. Either way, I am in trouble. A 17.
That is just enough.
Oh,
So Reg slides straight through this zombie's legs, flying into the corridor, and you move another. So you move 1, 2, 3 spaces straight into the doorway next to Flopsy. You kind of look at him. You see Saloni like bending over.
yeah. Reg looks very much like that as well.
All three of you look the same.
Yeah.
You two and that guy on the wall.
Yeah, but Miles is now in the room by himself with, I hate to say it, 3 zombies.
Okay, so
Get over here.
is there any way to move past it without
There is
try and tumble? Can I just like run past it?
You can't because it's standing in
Okay.
the doorway. There is no way for you to get through that doorway. Even to get around to the other doorway, it's going to cost you most of your movement and provoke attacks of opportunity.
You could bull rush it out the way.
That's what I was going to say. Is Bull Rush a full round, or is it just?
Bull Rush is you would have to look that up.
It's
I
just an
believe
attack
it's a
action,
standard
isn't it?
action. It
Oh,
depends.
Just a CMB.
Okay, I'm gonna try and Bull Rush it out of the way. So, come on,
Can we assist?
13.
Oh, fucking suspense, man.
Look, after you've done that, I'm wondering if it's got any more attacks of opportunity because it just took them all on Reggie.
Yeah, that's true. Eh?
So you could have just run out of there.
No, you can't get through. The problem
It's
isn't
blocking the
the attack of
space. It's
opportunity.
moving
It's
through the
blo-
space.
Yeah,
it's
I don't
moving-
think of the
it's moving
acrobatics to
through
get
the
under.
space.
Yeah.
That's it. Like I've only got a +1 on my acrobatics.
That is not enough, Miles. Unfortunately, it is not enough for you to move this thing. So that was
That's my standard, right?
your standard action. So you still have a move action left.
Okay, so I'm gonna try and tumble through and just hopefully get lucky on the
Tumble through.
roll. So we know from previous round that it was a 17. I have a +1, so I need to get a 16 or above on my dice.
I believe in you.
Justin,
Yeah.
I hate you. It's a 3.
Oh,
So 4 acrobatics.
I don't think that's going to get there.
You didn't
No.
move. However, it does not get an attack of opportunity against you. And
Doesn't help
you're
me.
welcome. You're
Doesn't
welcome.
help me.
so you're stuck in the room. Unfortunately, Flopsy, you can see that Miles is trying to move around the door. He's stuck around the corner. You can't really see him, but you can see a zombie that's blocking his space.
Well, I'm thinking about the 3 different things I can do and how bad they are for the zombie and how bad they are also for Miles standing right next to the zombie.
Miles can take it. He's a big boy.
We can prop him up. I got things I can prop him up with. after-
Unless he
if
falls
goes-
down in there and
if he-
then
yeah, but-
he's
okay.
coming at us as well.
All right, okay.
So Flopsy's thinking in his mind, I can throw an alchemist fire at this zombie.
Just do it.
Play
And
the character.
It might hurt him. I can throw a bomb at this zombie and
Yeah, do
maybe
that.
kill it,
Yeah, do that.
but that's
Does that have a massive splash
got
damage?
huge
effect?
splash damage.
Do that one. We haven't seen a bomb
Or-
go off.
I could just shut the door.
I've got a better one for you. Standard action, throw the bomb. Move action, shut the door.
No, he's shut and lock.
Yeah. Oh, okay, you want the full round lock.
Free action shut. Full round lock.
All right, what are you going to do, Flopsy?
Flopsy's going to pull out a bomb and throw it at the zombie in the door.
Ooh, that's nice. Now, here's a question for you. Are you going to aim for the zombie in the door? Are you going to aim past, like to roll it past him so that are you going to try and avoid the splash damage for your compatriot maybe and only do less damage? I don't know.
The way his eyebrows are raised, I don't think it's going to matter right now.
No, I just don't know if Justin's ever met Flopsy. Like, why would he avoid what?
You make a good point.
Avoid what? I don't know what you're talking about. No, the bomb on a 22 to hit touch will smash into that zombie.
It definitely does. It actually embeds itself into the zombie's
Yeah.
chest cavity.
Yeah, and then it goes off with a kaboom.
Okay, how much damage does this bomb do? Oh, I like these multiple dice.
So a little bit of work going on here. It's 8 points of damage to the zombie
Yep.
and 5 points of damage to Miles.
The zombie's chest cavity.
And every other zombie that's standing around in that splash zone, 5 points of damage.
How big's the splash zone? Just 5 foot?
Yeah.
Okay.
I can't see what's around that zombie, right? It's a big flaming zombie, pile of zombies in the doorway.
You can't, but you also hear the breathless scream of zombies as they all take, how much was it?
5.
8 and 5.
8 and 5.
Fucking Fucking stop throwing bombs at me.
Hang on. Those in the splash damage make a reflex save.
All right.
14.
That is a failed
Not with a
reflex.
D12 you're not doing, are you, right?
That is a failed reflex.
Well, then you keep the 5. How you going, Miles?
That's a 14.
You beat it, and take 2 points instead of
nice.
5 points.
God.
Nice.
What was your roll with the D12, just out of curiosity?
It was cocked anyway.
Miles, here's a piece of information that the people in the other, let's call them the cowards room. The people in the cowards room don't see this, but the
Survivor's room.
the zombie that Reg was tripping explodes in a fiery mess, just and disintegrates onto the floor. But that brings us to Saloni. Saloni looks at her, looks at Reg. Reg, how bad do you look at this point?
I can look after myself, Saloni. You sort you out.
Okay, Saloni puts her hand on herself. She whispers a prayer to Imade, and you can see some of her wounds knit together. Could you do me a favor, please, and roll a d6, Reg or Luke?
It's a lot of pressure. 3.
Could you roll better, you fucker?
Flopsy, seeing that, will go, there's a man on the wall. He needs help. He'll need some of that too. Paladin.
Give her some infernal healing.
Yeah, so she would do that as an immediate action, and then she kind of looks and she says, "Can you get him off the door? Off the wall. I will man the door. Help that one." And she points at the gnome that's chained up.
Flopsy will reply with, when Miles gets in here, I'll shut this door. That's what's going to happen.
I will see what I can do then. And she moves over, and you can see her start to pull on the chains of the gnome with not much success. The remaining zombies.
Is the gnome getting hurt when she's doing that?
No. There are 2 zombies left in this room with you, Miles. Just 2 of them. The joy of this now is that your pathway around the corner is clear. You don't have to move through any zombie's space. However, you will provoke an attack of opportunity if you move around. If you want to move all the way to the door, that is 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, you'll provoke 2 attacks of opportunity.
Set to the doggy door.
That's to the doggy door, the door around the corner. Or you can see how the rest of the round, because the 2 zombies fall upon you with vigor, with verve, with commitment, because these zombies,
Bring it, Justin.
they've got a job to do and they want to do it well.
You've wanted this for weeks.
None of these are myth-fortune.
No. I'm out.
The 2 attacks. One resolves itself on a 9 and the other resolves itself on a 16.
16 hits.
Doing 6 points of damage. And you have 2 zombies, one of them right in front of the doorway, the other one next to it. You can move around.
Can Flopsy see Miles through the door?
You can see 2 zombies, but you can't see Miles because he's around the corner from the door. But now you can see 2 zombies stacked 1, 2 behind them. Reg, what are you going to do?
So am I right next to the doorway still?
Yep.
And there's one right in the doorway?
You'd have to move across the hall to
How
get
far?
to it. You could take a 5-foot step and
Flurry.
hit this thing.
Let's
Yep.
do that. 5-foot step and then flurrying for days. Here we go. Ooh. So the first one is a 24.
Nice.
That'll hit.
And the second one is a 17.
Both of those slice
Oh.
into it using your karma.
Excellent
Give
work,
me your
Reggie.
damage.
Right,
Add it
slice
up and let's see.
Dice 4 and 4 again. So 8 points of damage in total.
8 point
Excellent.
drops it.
Yeah.
Miles, it's your go. The zombie in front of the doorway is dropped.
You see a very weary looking Reg in the doorway.
I can't 5 foot diagonally through the doorway, I assume.
No, you have to move around.
It's not withdrawable, is it?
No. There is an attack of opportunity that will come either way here unless you want to tumble around. But
But
that
you're not
will,
moving through its
Damned
space,
if
so
you
I
do,
can't
damned if
stop
you
you.
don't.
Let's give it a go.
Do we have hero
Or
points?
5 foot diagonally backwards and take a potion.
Well, you stand at 5 foot into the doorway, and at least then Reg can touch you and heal you.
That's true.
Tumble through.
Tumble through.
Nice.
That's a 10.
Plus,
Or the 9 plus a 1.
10 plus
If he's heading
Hope and a
towards
prayer.
me, can I
you provoke an
assist
attack
him?
of opportunity. The attack of opportunity strikes out as the one zombie sees you. You open your neck to it and it tries to bite you right on the neck, right there. 15 to hit you.
Meets it, beats it.
Oh. And you take... How many hit points are you on?
I am on 3.
You are on 3 hit points. It's one of those moments where this thing is going to bite you and these things do a fair bit of damage. And you move around, you see the zombie take a bite out of Miles. Miles drops unconscious to the floor unless you have anything that keeps you up.
So can I ask
And
a
Yes.
we are
question?
Yes, I do.
Oh.
What is
the
it?
Aegis of Healing activates.
Oh, nice. So it drops you 2 points
Boy.
below your hit points.
So as you go to bite me, take the big chunk out of my neck. The necklace I'm wearing shatters. I rolled a 1 and a 2 on 2d8,
Oh no.
giving me 6 points of healing,
Okay. So you're a neg 2 to start this.
taking me back. So I was on neg 2.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay, this doesn't disrupt your movement as you move straight past Reg out the doors. You use the remainder of your movement to get into the doorway of the other room. Reg follows you very quickly afterwards, and Flopsy shuts the door.
No, it doesn't. There's only one zombie left. What are we worried about?
Shut the door.
So, Miles, you continue your movement past Reg into the other room. Reg, you're standing there faced with a zombie in the other room. You are seeing all of your friends behind you in what is a prison cell, and we're going to find out what happens next time.
We'll be fine. We'll be fine. Is the zombie next to you or is it far away from you?
It's not in front of me.
It's not 5 foot away from you. Are you in splash zone?
Is this splash zone?
Highway to the splash zone.
I'm on 3 HP right now.
Well, you got a Aegis of recovery?